you to understand the body. It'll help you to understand things that are necessary to also attain the light body, so that when you're seeing the world go into complete panic or belief in this 2012 ending, you'll be as calm as a whistle, because you're already knowing that these are just illusions, and I am balanced in my life, and by having balance, all is well. All is well.
And with proper breath, because you notice when you're a shallow breath or you're panicking, your breath is very shallow, and that brings less blood into your brain, so you have the flight or fight response where you just react without thinking, and you can end up doing something that's very harmful for you or others. The best is to breathe deeply on the regular, because that will bring more oxygen to your brain. You can think and make proper decisions, and this takes time. This is something we're both working on.
That's right.
The best way to do it is to practice at least once a day for 15 minutes, breathing in.
When the stomach comes out.
Yeah, the diaphragm comes out, and then breathe out.
Stomach comes in. Breathe in.
And slowly, breathe in slowly. Try to count to the highest number you can, equal number from that you breathe in to where you breathe out. Because this will help you so much. And proper breathing while you exercise too, because I learned this because with running, I used to run a mile in school and be so out of breath and ready to pass out right after I was done. But after I learned that deep breathing while I'm running, it makes it so much easier, and I have more energy, and after I'm done, I can do anything. I feel energized and full of breath.
And
deep breathing is
and breathing helps with clarity also. So this is what clears the mind, helps you clear the mind. Also, did you know that breathing, deep breathing, also detoxifies the body? Aids you in getting those toxins out of your body, so that's very important too. There's one other that we were just introduced to called the nostril breath. Now, all of this still is in baby steps. You start getting your breathing proper, and eventually you'll just start breathing in this way. A lot of people breathe in properly. They're not breathing the proper way. I was doing it wrong until I was taught how to do it. I became aware of how to do it. And so we recommend the nostril breath also in helping with clarity. I see a lot of gurus are being asked, how do I clear my mind so that I can meditate properly? This is another way to do it. And that technique is very, very simple. Can you explain that, how it works?
Yes, and it helps to detoxify you as well, and helps your chakras to spin properly and be balanced. So you just breathe in through one nostril, full breath, and then switch and breathe out. And you do this 20 times on each side or 40 times. And breathe slowly. You should barely hear your breath.
Very hard, people.
When you breathe hard or strong, it blocks the nasal passage. It makes it more constricted and smaller. When you breathe in slowly, it allows your nostril to open up wider and to take in more oxygen, because you should have 2 liters of breath that flows into your diaphragm. Breathing through your diaphragm is the best. When you breathe with your shoulders or your chest, you only fill up your lungs a third of the way. The bottom of your lungs don't receive any oxygen at all. When you breathe through your diaphragm, your whole entire lungs get oxygen in it, which you get the maximum oxygen, which is best. When you look at a baby, when they're sleeping on their back, their stomach, when they breathe in, comes out, and when they breathe out, it comes in. We all start off knowing how to breathe properly as a baby, but then through uneducated, not knowing, you just start to breathe shallow, and that makes you more panicky and don't know what to do. When you breathe in deeply, you're more relaxed, you're less stressed. Stress is a killer. Stress can kill you. That's why you have all these different elements. Stress is not a good thing. By breathing in deeply, you become more relaxed and able to see a situation and know exactly what to do instead of panicking and just reacting.
That's right. So it's very important to have the proper breathing and also the proper posture. When you're sitting up, when you're walking, making sure that all of your energy centers are aligned accordingly. I used to be the king of slumping over. Any work I did, I was slumping over. Of course, I walked straight up. But when I was at my desk doing work or music, I was always bent over. Well, this stifled my creative ability because I wasn't having the breathing coming completely. Did you ever hear how they say that, well, he died because he didn't get enough oxygen to the brain? This is so important. That helps with creativity, it helps with your thoughts, it helps you to get focused, and this is so important for you if you're looking to clear your mind so that you can meditate, so that you can receive those wonderful messages from your angels, so that you can connect with your higher self, and so that you can have those clear thoughts. So when you say that, you know, today is a wonderful day, it's a beautiful day, and I'm going to enjoy this wonderful day, then that's exactly what you'll have with that proper breathing and that positive attitude and that positive thinking, because it's very important. And it takes time to wiggle yourself and work yourself into it. So don't feel defeated or feel bad if you're still having thoughts after a week or even a month of attempting to breathe properly and get into your workout and your food and your exercise. Just keep going, keep going. I guarantee you it's going to come into place, and that is all a part of focusing. When you focus on anything, people are successful because of focusing. The most successful people is because they focus. I thought of nothing but this. Oprah Winfrey, she's always a great example when I talk about focusing, because she spoke of when she did went out for the role for The Color Purple, that she became Sophia because I focused. I literally became Sophia and never thought of nothing else. I'm pretty sure she walked into her family's home, a friend's home, and was Sophia. She was not Oprah anymore, and that happened because she was completely focused. Another example I can give you is when Jesus, I want to say it's Paul, I may be wrong, people, who attempted to walk the water. Jesus asked him to walk on the water, and he began to sink, and he said, "Oh ye of little faith." What he really meant was, "Oh ye of little focus." Because had he been focused and in believing that he could do what he was intended to do, he would have walked the water. But because his focus got out of place, and that could be still associated with faith, he began to sink. So the idea is to be completely focused. The power of focus, you can create things and manifest things instantly with focus. Just imagine if you're focusing on love 24/7. If you were able to get aligned with focusing on love 24/7, resonating love 24/7. Can you imagine what your life would be like? Can you imagine what type of things you would attract in your life? Everything you desire, that's what you'll attract. Everything that you desired or longed for, and we don't even like to use those words, but things that you'd rather or you'd like to see, you choose to see in your life, you can manifest through focusing, breathing, proper eating, proper exercising, and happy thoughts, happy all the time. This is also preparing you for the light body. This is how the light body comes about. And it's not from being this huge, muscular, all those things are not, that's not important. It is about eating properly and allowing a natural occurrence to take place through proper eating, through the exercising, through the breathing, through the focusing, through the happiness and joy and love that is naturally within you, that'll come naturally just from these things. I mean, can you imagine somebody being in beautiful health by going through all these particular things, and they've been doing it for a good 6 months? Can you imagine how they're feeling each day? It's wonderful. And as long as those people continue to keep themselves in certain circles, now you may say, well, hey, I work at a place where people are always negative. Even my job is not one that has positive implications in it. There are things that go on in my job that, you know, I can't help but be around negative energy. We can do whatever we choose to do, but the idea is focus. Even whatever you give attention to, it will manifest into you. Now, if you have a cubicle, you have a desk, or there's certain friends that you hang around with at work, if those people are not of a positive energy, then you need to consider finding those who are more of a positive energy, because it's going to help you in a lot of ways. It is very important to keep yourself in the circles that are going to help you. I mean, you don't see millionaires. There are some that become millionaires and they still hang out with the people that they knew before when they were not focused, and you'll see how that unfolds and dismantles itself just basically from being around those old energies. You have to keep yourself in the proper energies and around the proper energies in order to keep yourself, just to keep yourself up. I'll give you another example of how that works. We know of a rapper named MC Hammer. Guy was a major millionaire. He took all of his friends with him.